When you're dividing assets during your divorce case, you may come across a situation where you feel the other side perhaps is hiding assets. But the question is, how can you prove it? How can you determine if assets are being hidden? What are those assets? What defines a hidden asset? And what are some possible legal consequences if you're caught hiding assets? Well, in this video, we're going to address all those questions. Hi, I'm Sina Mohajer with Mohajer Law Firm. We specialize in family law, estate planning, criminal defense, and personal injury. In these videos, I like to tackle complex legal issues and try to simplify it for my viewers in order to let you have a better understanding of your legal rights. So if you like the content of this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you're always in the know of any new videos being posted. And without further ado, I welcome you all to our new series called A Walk in the Park. So what is a hidden asset and why do they matter? Well, hidden assets are usually income, property, or other valuables that are deliberately being concealed by one spouse in order not to divide it during a divorce. And the reason why they matter, well, sure, it ends up not allowing for an equitable division. The person who is being hidden from these assets, you're not getting your share of what the community acquired during the marriage. But the question is, how do you determine if an asset is actually hidden? How can you find out if the other side is being deceitful? Well, that is why it's so important that during the divorce stage, when you're disclosing your financial documents, number one, both sides must do it thoroughly and truthfully. But you're not always going to get that in every case. But when you receive those disclosures from the other side, it's very important to go through it thoroughly with detail and a fine-tooth comb. Because most likely, you're going to find a breadcrumb. And when you find that breadcrumb, it's going to lead you to the hidden asset. Sometimes you might need to subpoena documents based on a breadcrumb you find in the initial disclosures, or you might even need to hire what we call a forensic accountant to dive deeper, more than what we can as attorneys, to determine if an asset is being hidden or not. Some examples of hidden assets also could be unreported income, it could be property that was transferred to third parties, offshore accounts, or even undervalued property. So it's really important to review all the disclosure documents and look for those red flags to lead you into the right direction. Now, one question I get is, well, what happens if I'm caught hiding assets? What's going to happen? We're going to divide it anyways. And sure, if that's the case, I would say, why doesn't everybody hide their assets until they get caught, right? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. Not in this case. If you're caught hiding assets, the court has power to not divide that asset equally, which it would have been had you been forthcoming with it. But instead, the court has the power to give you less of the pie and give the majority to the other spouse who was forthcoming. This is an effort to deter people of not being truthful and forthcoming during the divorce process. Because in a divorce process, the court, it's a court of equity. It's a court of fairness. If you're not playing by the rules, there will be penalties. When dealing with asset division, sometimes it can be overwhelming for an individual who's representing themselves to look through all this and look for those red flags. That's why it's important to work with a knowledgeable and experienced family law attorney. We have access to forensic accountants and other experts who might need to be taking a step into the divorce to determine if there's any assets being hidden or not. In any event, if you have questions about your case or you're curious to see whether you have assets that are being hidden from the other side, I welcome you to contact our office. I'm happy to sit down with you one-on-one for a consultation to explore your options and determine what's the right path to take for you. And if you like the contents of this video, don't forget to share it and don't forget to hit that like button. And always remember, if you subscribe, you'll always be in the know of any new videos being posted.